Hello, Aries. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me. So let's just jump in and see what the cards are indicating for you, Aries, for the week of August 8th through the 14th, 2022. Keep in mind, these are very general readings, not one-on-one readings. Some things will resonate and some will not. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and help support my channel. So let's begin. First card, Major Arcana card, the Devil. Next, you've got the Major Arcana card, Strength. The Ten of Cups. And the Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. Okay. Let's just get this all in view here. All right, Aries. First message that I'm getting for this week, Aries, it's almost like you're making a reconnection to your higher self, kind of getting back on track this week, as something could be around you, an energy or an individual, a situation that is kind of pulling you off course is what I'm picking up. So there's an energy here. What I'm picking up where you could temporarily be disconnected from your higher self, disconnected from spirit, not really listening to your inner guiding voice or intuition at this time, and that could kind of steer you off course. And something this week is waking you up to that fact, and you're getting yourself back on track. So Aries, wow, starting with your first card, you have the Major Arcana card, the Devil. This is where change is needed. This is an energy of indulgence, possibly doing something that's not necessarily good for your health or well-being. And this could be anything from putting things on your credit card that you don't necessarily need, but you do it anyway. This could be indulging in habits that are just not good for you, is the best way to put this. But this is where you do seem to have a disconnection from spirit. There could be someone around you, an influence. This is Capricorn's card in energy. Could involve a Capricorn maybe charming you into doing things that you normally wouldn't do. That could just simply be spending money you don't have. It can be indulging in food and drink excessively. When the Devil card shows up, there's always a temptation in overdoing things. There are times, though, that when breaking free and having a little fun is exactly what you need, but seems to be an energy, an individual around that might be what's complicating the fact of like steering you off course per se. With this number 15 of the Devil card, that does reduce to 6, but there is an imbalance here. Things are not in alignment or in harmony or balance. Something's out of whack, out of kilter. And there could be outside influences, Aries, that are affecting you at this time. So just be aware of that. Could be something really quite simple or something more intense. Now, next, you have another Major Arcana card, Strength. This is about digging deep down, Aries. This is your sister sign, Leo's energy, fiery energy that you're so used to, being a fire sign yourself, Aries. And this is about recognizing you're kind of going off course, recognizing that you're not listening to your intuition, you're not tuned into it, and this is about reining things back in, so to speak. The number 8 energy of the Strength card is influence, and that seems to be the key this week, Aries, that something is of great influence around you. Could be an individual, circumstances influencing you in a way that you normally would not be involved with, so to speak. We do see two birds here. Birds are messengers, so you're getting not one, but two messages here about reining things back in, getting things back on track, digging deep down into your inner reserves. This is trusting your core instincts, kind of not giving into that wild, adventurous part of yourself, at least not all the time. So I feel these two cards here are battling each other to see who wins, the Devil card or your inner reserves, the strength you have within, Aries. Now next, you have the Ten of Cups, what I call the happily ever after card. I feel that you're trying to get back to this energy where relationships would be going well, everything at home would be going well, your job going well. It is the ultimate being at peace, feeling pure bliss. So this is the energy that I feel you're trying to get back to, you're trying to achieve for some of you, and you really have to call upon your strength card here. Your deep inner reserves. It's like going into survival mode to see what you need to do to get things back on track. And this could be all brought about by circumstances that are going on right now in the world, circumstances involving your relationships, your job, your home, finances, all of that. But kind of reining things all back in so that you can get back to trusting in your own intuition, tapping into spirit source energy for that guidance and direction, and getting back to this very peaceful, blissful Ten of Cups energy. Last tarot card here is Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. Another Major Arcana card. Hierophant is your go-to spiritual mentor, your traditions, your belief system. And sometimes the Hierophant shows up where you need to get back to the basics, which might be the case for some of you this week. But for other Aries, this is maybe where you need to change up your belief system. You need to update possibly how you look at things, how you perceive things. Maybe some of you might be finding a new spiritual group, a group that is more like has similar interests, so like-minded people. Maybe getting away from the energy of the Devil card here. So a more spiritual group to be able to reconnect with spirit source energy, getting yourself back on track. The Hierophant is the basics, possibly that you were raised on, your religion, your spiritual practices. So for some Aries, you're reestablishing yourself with those things that you're familiar with. But for other Aries, you are changing up what you believe in. You're moving on. You're kind of updating how you feel about things. And this number 5 energy with the Hierophant card is a very challenging energy because the hardest part is taking that first step. So whether you're trying to reestablish yourself with your belief system or changing it up and maybe going on to a new spiritual group, a new belief system, the first step is always the hardest. There's bumps in the road, there's uncertainty, but you're kind of reevaluating your entire belief system, going back to what you know or moving on to something new that seems a better fit for you at this time. Now, these two cards seem to be working together. The Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, seems to be creating the energy that you're looking for, Aries. Now, your numerology here for your tarot cards. 15, 8, 10, and 5, and that adds up to 38, which reduces to 11. 11 is a master number, and 11 kind of borders on greatness or self-destruction. We have a greatness positive energy over here in this area. And we have the Devil card. We have the potential for self-destruction. So with this master number 11 as your numerology, reducing 11 down to 2 is about that delicate balance, the dualities. in the world between good and evil, light and dark, masculine and feminine energies, and trying to keep that delicate balance, which all comes down to trusting in your core beliefs, your intuition, your instincts. Now, let's take a look at which crystal is being suggested for you for the week ahead. Let's see what you get. Okay, here we go. You have Tanzanite. Wow, I have not seen Tanzanite for some time now. Message here is ready to love again. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. Okay. That might be resonating with just a few Aries, not all of you, but Tanzanite can be healing over the loss of someone, like a relationship. It's an indication that enough time now has passed, you've healed to a certain point to be ready once more to love. And this is easing back into this, not jumping head over heels. It's about being very cautious where you set yourself up to meet people. Certainly not in the environment where you would have all this temptation, the devil energy. It would be more the Hierophant kind of environments, like-minded people, which could be anything that you have an interest in. Now, also, Tanzanite crystal card is also in regards to if you lost a pet, your fur baby, grieving the loss of your animal companion. So when Tanzanite shows up, it's not necessarily the loss of a human loved one, a relationship. It can be referencing your pet. And again, an indication, your sign of readiness, if you're thinking about getting a new pet. So the Tanzanite crystal card is going to resonate with a few select Aries individuals, not for all of you this time around. Let's take a look at your oracle card message. Let's see what you get here, Aries. Okay. You received Temple Path. Well, this is truly spiritual support represented by this card. As you see, this winding path here leads you to this beautiful temple in this beautiful garden. It can represent getting yourself back into reconnection with spirit, source energy, aligning yourself with your angels, your spirit guides, to be able to listen and hear the guidance, the messages coming through as your intuition. Now, if you look here, you see the lights all around this temple represent the spirit world. It can represent family members, friends, angels, and guides all coming together to help you. And that can really kind of tie into the Tanzanite crystal card for the Aries that have lost someone, a relationship, a pet, an indication that enough time has passed where you've healed to start re-entering into possibly a new pet or a new love relationship. This is reconnecting to your higher self, setting your higher intentions, connecting with your higher self will bring in the wonderful influence and energy, bringing you closer and closer to the 10 of Cups energy that you're looking for. Harmony, balance, peace, and a feeling of bliss. And this number 12 of this card reduces to 3, and that is new beginnings. You're ready, Aries. Now, last message here for the week ahead is your personal power message from the Starseed deck. Let's see what you get. Okay, and you received stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. Could be something turning up this week, Aries, that makes you stop dead in your tracks, makes you realize possibly how you were veering off the path that you originally set out on. So there is a kind of like a moment, and this card says stillness, where you come to this realization and you're going to reflect on it, make a decision, get things back on track. And for most of you, that is a reconnection with spirit or reconnection with your intuition, and to start trusting in what that little inner guiding voice is actually telling you, Aries. Well, there you have it, Aries. That was your messages and guidance for the week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe, help support my channel. Love and abundance to my Aries family.